Scott, it got a bit tight there at the finish, but I think you'd be pretty happy to come away with that win.
Listen, it's been a heck of a weekend for this crew. I mean, a heck of a weekend to go on the road and win 2 games, and it wasn't pretty. It was just gritty, and some things to tidy up, but just 2 outstanding gritty wins. One thing I like to say is these guys have been tremendous. These players have been bought in from day one. The group's been special so far, and we have a lot more work ahead of us. The other thing I like to say is I got one heck of a coaching staff. Jacob Chance, Mark Radford, Jack Fleming, Mika Vacona. They're the engine that runs this thing, and they're getting these guys ready to go, and I kind of stay out of the way and let them do their thing, but the staff's been absolutely incredible. And then our physio and our trainer, Harrison Gillette and Ryan Carroll, keep these guys healthy, and it's a great credit to them, and we're very humble, and we're hungry to keep going.
It's no easy thing to play in Perth on a Thursday night, spend all day yesterday flying, and now back up for this game, pretty much an afternoon start.
Yep.
And then you had to play right to the end. Are you pretty proud of the boys that they're up to play how they did?
Yeah, I don't have any words to say how proud I am of them. Yeah, it was a heck of a trip to go, basically 7 hours in one direction to get over the Perth from Sydney to Perth, and then come back this way for 4.5 more hours, and no exit rows and sitting in aisles, and planes are packed, and they just come in with their lunch pail and just do their work, and a tremendous team effort. We talk about defending the island, and these guys are living up to it.
You talk about a team effort. You legitimately had 11 guys that played and had an impact in the game tonight. Yeah,
well, again, our 2 development players out there impact the game. Shawnee Mack's obviously in here today, and Jock Perry was fantastic again. And, Weeksy, I was just a little concerned with him. I was really just frightful that he might get hit again and open that up, and I think he needed a few days to let that kind of heal. And I got very nervous about him being on the floor, and I have utter confidence in our development players because I see them do the work every single day, and they're just ready to go. And he was a big part of that little run we had to kind of open it up and give us at least a little breathing room. And the entire group, it doesn't matter who's on the floor, they're for each other, and that's the main thing.
And Sean, you would have been glad to get on the court and play some important minutes, play a role in the win, and that basket you scored early in the 4th quarter was important, but it must have just been nice to be out there and play a role.
Yeah, definitely. As Scott said, the team's confidence in everyone is just ridiculous. I felt so good being out there. I know I had Scott's trust and the rest of the boys, so just being able to go out there and make an impact any way I could felt awesome.
Luke?
Thank you. I might ask Sean one first off. Sean, you talk about the trust and the confidence, but those were meaningful minutes. So could you just reflect on the fact you weren't out there in the 2nd quarter, you were there when the game was really in the balance?
Yep. Again, just comes back to having the confidence. Just working guys defensively, playing my role. Don't have to go out there and force stuff. Just play my role. Know that we're going to get good shots and D up.
And Scott, I was doing some maths about how many kilometres you guys travelled this weekend. I had 8,400, but I didn't realise you went through Sydney, so it's even more.
Yeah.
When do you fly back, and how is that flight going to feel?
Obviously, we're going to enjoy this evening, and we'll be happy to get back to Hobart tomorrow. We have, I think, a direct flight down from here. So we'll have tomorrow off, obviously, and Monday off, and we'll regroup, and then we'll refocus just on one game, which is Adelaide, and we'll do everything we can on the road again there, and enjoy this while we can. And like I said, I don't know what else to tell you, except just extremely proud of my coaches and the players.
And could you talk to me about Mikhail's effort? I mean, he seemed to have at least one of basically every stat, and then a lot of 1%ers that don't show up on the stat sheet. How do you feel about the way he played this evening?
Yeah, I thought he was very impactful, obviously, and his force and his size, and when he's aggressive and downhill and around the rim and really engaged, he's a handful. And he didn't play quite as many minutes in Perth, and he got some more tonight. And Jack Mauvais played less. And again, it's 11 guys out there, and they're just trying to do their jobs. And I always ask them just to find value in each other and let the game just come to you however it may. And we continue to share the ball, which has been fantastic. And, we just kind of grit and grind as best we can defensively. And, all of this was happening without Magne around the rim, and guys were leaving us for dead when we were 2-6. But these players just continued to buy into everything that we were trying to build. And the most important thing was the culture and the character of this franchise and where it's going.
And you guys, you never make it easy for your fans in Tassie, but I think that's why everyone in Tassie loves you so much. But how was the heart rate there as things got tight, especially with a big three-pointer at the end?
Yeah, it's just obviously we have to finish the games better and a little bit smarter. And, we were scoring, we just couldn't stop them, and a lot of long rebounds. And things happen, and it's basketball. And a great point was just the other night, Brisbane came back from that game and hit a miraculous shot to win it. So it's never over, and we're on the road, and you have to play through the 40 minutes. And like I said, it wasn't pretty, but it was very gritty by us.
And just last one, obviously it's a huge road win, and you're building an amazing CV with some of these wins, especially on the road. But I couldn't not ask about the finals. I know you've answered that before, but you're certainly keeping yourselves in the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, I've answered it obviously multiple times, and again, he can verify it again. We just don't talk about it. We're talking about 2 days off in Adelaide, and I've told these guys all along, we'll end where we're supposed to end, and it'll be what it'll be. And we don't need to focus much farther than Adelaide. And we have a lot of difficult games ahead of us. We want to finish strong, and we'll just see where it all ends up. I've told these guys all along, let's do the work. Let's be pros. Let's build culture, and let's see what happens at the 28th game and where we stand.
Thanks very much.
You got it.
Sean, I just had one more for you. I mean, you've had a lot of great moments as a team so far this year, but these 2 wins over the last 3 days, when you throw in all of the travel, do you feel like this is the best 3 days and 2 wins you've had as a team?
Certainly up there. Obviously, super tough to go into Perth and get a win. We were happy with that one, but we weren't content, and we wanted to finish out the weekend with 2 wins. Credit to the guys, we got it done today. Awesome weekend for us.
Any final questions? Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good evening.